Hi, I'm Mac Smith, also known as Thomas Miller, and this is Anything Goes by Mac Smith, and I'm going to be talking about Jeff Bezos and what's really going on with him. Let's talk about that. Yes, you heard me correctly. I'm going to be talking about Jeff Bezos. And if you're new to this format, here's how I do things on Anything Goes by Mac Smith. I do a little bit of kind of rants / three-part style here. 1, what's going on? What's the topic all about? 2, what we can do to make things better or change things about what's going on. And then 3, my final thoughts and the wrap-up. So for those of you who don't know how Jeff Bezos or who he is got his start, it's simple as this. He started up Amazon when he was a young man in his garage, and he got a $20,000 loan from his parents to start up Amazon, which at the time he was just selling books. Now it's become this big company that sells more than just books. You can buy electronics, lights like the ones I'm using, ones for your desk. You can buy laptops, you can buy tripods, you can buy pretty much anything you can think of. Skateboards, car parts, bicycle parts. Bezos also owns Whole Foods. Recently, he stepped down as CEO, meaning the head honcho. But does he mean he has no say in the company anymore? Not by a long shot. The guy literally still owns the company. That's right. It's still his company because he owns over 90% of all stocks. Let me say that again. Over 90% of all the stocks. So that's who he is. That brings you up to speed. And now, why is he in the news? What is this hot button issue? He's building this $500,000 yacht over in Europe in Rotterdam. And he wants to pay them to dismantle the bridge so he gets his yacht out with the sails that make it really tall. The yacht itself isn't that tall because the yacht could go under once the bridge is lifted up, because there's two parts. There's this part of the bridge that goes like this, and then that part that goes up. Also a picture of it right here. Yes, in Rotterdam. And why is that a big issue? Because the people of Rotterdam don't want it. This bridge is a historical bridge, man. It's over 140 years old. That's correct. It survived World War II, and they've just recently got all the damage from World War II fixed on the thing. They got it fixed. It's working fine again. And they are afraid, the people of the city of Rotterdam are afraid that once it's dismantled and it gets put back together, it will not be able to function right, it will be broken, and it will be unrepairable this time, and they'll have to build a brand new bridge. They don't want this. It's so much to where there's a group of them telling the government, the city government of Rotterdam, the mayor of Rotterdam, or whatever they call it over there. I don't know if they call them mayors or not. But the local government, they say, hey, we don't want this. We're willing to throw rotten eggs at his yacht if the local government is not willing to give the money back and not dismantle the bridge. So that's one of the reasons why he's in the news. Another reason is there's these documents that just leaked. I'll be having a link down below so you can check out this video by Status Coup. But they're talking about these documents that just leaked about union busting. That's right, how to do union busting and all that, because they were definitely doing some shady stuff in Messenger, Alabama, where they did some illegal stuff when they had their first vote. Luckily, they're able to get a second vote, and I hope they win, and I hope that it starts a domino effect that has started with Starbucks, man. That domino effect, because Starbucks is not as big as Amazon. Amazon's a little bit bigger, but once you get to some of these two well-known corporations in the U.S. and around the world, boom, it's gonna be amazing. So the shady practices, man, that's why he's still in the news, man, because it's going to cost $6 million to keep this yacht running. Not to mention the assistant yacht. And why does he have the assistant yacht for this? Because so his girlfriend can land her helicopter. And he's also getting his helicopter license so he can join in on the fun. But that's the whole reason why he has it. This thing is so crazy, it doesn't have his own helicopter pad on it. And then it has these sails. I get it. Okay, so it's maybe going green. He won't be using as much fuel to run this thing. But that's the reason why. These tall sails are taller than the part of the bridge that goes up like this. Not the bridge that goes like this. Are taller than that. So they have to dismantle that section there in order for him to go out. So if he really wants it, what he could do is have those retract enough to where he could go and then go through if he really wants the sales. But yeah, so he's paying over $1 million to, hey, here you go, take some money, dismantle the bridge for me so I can get my yacht out to sea. And then $6 million. Remember I said that earlier? $6 million is what it's going to take to keep that yacht running, functioning per year. Not month, not day, but per year. So you add that up over the next 5-6 years it's in his possessions or how long he lives, that's going to add up, people. So if he can afford to buy $500,000 yacht, spend about $6 million a year to keep it running, and with a staff of maybe 15 to 20 people, then he can encourage the company he started to pay people their fair wage and treat them with respect. So that's why Jeff Bezos is in the news today, this week, and that's why it's so hot, man, is because people are upset with him and him getting rich during the pandemic and not treating workers fairly during the pandemic. And people are still upset about the debt today. So that's low down, that's what's going on. So now, what can we do? Well, we can support the people in New York, in Staten Island, those workers who are now going to have their opportunity to vote. We can support the Bethlehem, Alabama workers and show them, like, hey, bring them out food if you live down there. So people support them, bring them food. If they need some money, man, or need a ride to go vote, get them out there, man. Get them out there to vote. Help them get the vote. Make sure encourage them to vote. Do whatever you need to do, man, because if they win there, it's going to be huge, people. Just what happened after Starbucks won in New York, Buffalo, New York, to be exact. Now there's more and more Starbucks starting to organize to vote for the right to unionize. So it's very powerful, and that's what we need to do, people. We need to support them. If they have GoFundMes, contribute to GoFundMes. If you live nearby, give them food. Give them, because they're out there on all hours of the day and night. Bring them blankets, bring them food. Show them that, hey, you care, man, that they should not be mistreated. So that's what we can do, people, to change things. And now my final thoughts. I don't think Jeff Bezos needs another yacht. He's already got one. The yacht costs him $500,000. It's going to cost him $6 million to keep it running a year. And so all that money, it's just really going back into him, man. That yacht, he's reinvested that money back into himself. It's not helping anybody except for maybe the staff, a chef, the cleaning crew, the driver of the boat, the first mates, and other people who would be waiting on him hand and foot, to do his bedding, make the beds, that sort of stuff. So it's not benefiting anyone else. His workers are still being treated like shit, and he's not like he stepped away from the company altogether. There might be a new head honcho. He still owns over 90% of all shares of the company, which means it's still his company. Well, that's all I got to say. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Click that thumbs up button. Leave a comment down below. Join in the conversation. And see you all in the next one. Peace out.